and welcome to a video I've been thinking about making for a couple weeks now. So some of you may or may not have heard of this game called Entropia Universe. It started out way back in 2007 as Project Entropia, and yeah, it's grown quite a bit from there. But you may be asking, okay, what is it? I mean, seriously, what is it? Well, Project Entropia is or Entropia Universe as is now. It's a very unique game, if you want to call it a game. It's mmorpg, but every single thing, including the ammunition that I am currently shooting, has a real world value. Hi, birdie. Are you going to attack me? You are. I'm going to shoot you because I can. And all the loot you pick up, everything. Anyway, so I've been playing this game off and on for a rough, well, in September it will be 15 years. I'm still very low level in the game because, well, you sometimes got to think outside the box to make money, because the way the game is designed, normally you will either, you know, lose a little bit of cash by doing things, or you'll break even. You know, it just kind of depends on what you're doing and how you go about it and how careful you are with the money that you have deposited into the game. A good way to think about it is like a monthly subscription MMO, but you decide how much you pay per month. And, you know, you skill up in the game by doing activities like hunting. Right now I'm gaining skill in my anatomy, my ranged laser damage, and skill with my gun. So yeah, that's one of the appeals of the game to me, actually, is the fact that you know, learn skills as you're leveling up. So you can level up, well, not per se level up, because you have professions in the game that are completely dictated by what, you know, your skills that you use, and therefore the higher those skills get, the higher the level of that specific profession. So like hunting, for example, the higher my anatomy, my weapons handling, and things like that, weapon damage with goes, the higher my profession in hunting. So you know, it's an interesting concept of a game. I really enjoy the game, but the reason I'm making this video is I kind of want to talk about new people starting the game and you know, what to expect. On the website it says play for free, which is not entirely accurate. You can log in, you know, can go through the starter missions. The starter missions give you a little bit of ammo, a little bit of this and that to kind of get your feet wet in the game, but it does not go very far at all. And beyond that, the only activity you could really do for free and to potentially earn PED is either this activity called sweating, which you use a device they give you. Everybody has one. It never breaks, called a VSE, or Vibrant Sweat Extractor. And you can, you know, spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours and days and weeks and months collecting sweat. You can do that for free all day long. You can also walk around and you know, try to pick up fruit and stone and poop, dung. I think dung is still a thing, off the ground. But you need lots and lots of, you know, a quantity of this stuff to be able to actually do anything with it. And it's used by other players for crafting recipes, things like that. So you would sell it to other players. But the market for those items has gone down drastically in the past 15 years, really. Like, let's say when I first started, like 1,000 sweat, 1,000 sweat, which takes roughly, give or take, an hour to gather, would sell for 5 PED. To give you an example, basically for every 10 PED is equal to $1. So, you know, you would spend an hour to gather 50 cents, basically, back then. But you know, that 5 PED, that could fuel you, that could buy you a cheap gun from the trade terminal and some ammo, or you know, a mining device and some mining probes. So you would be able to actually do things. Well, that same amount of sweat nowadays, barely, if you're lucky, goes for one single PED per 1,000. So yeah, nowadays it's not really truly viable to come into the game and think that you're going to be able to not deposit. I mean, you don't have to. You could think outside the box, come up with some ingenious service to sell, you know, to other players for them to give you their hard-earned PEDs, which is possible. I mean, back in the day, and one of the reasons I'm actually so very, very, very low level still is I bought a quad wing spaceship. A quad wing, it allows fairly quick flight between planets and can carry a passenger. So I used to offer a taxi service. You know, I charge people roughly, I don't know, I think I charged like something like 5 ped or so per trip, and you know, that kind of that would cover the fuel and the wear and tear and stuff on my vehicle, plus a little bit of a profit flying them about. So, you know, I'd make money doing that, and I spent a lot of time in space, which you get no skills for, but you know, I was making ped, so it was a thing, totally a thing. But that quad wing, you know, was I don't remember what I paid for it at the time. Right now they're going for, you know, right around 150 ped. So like I said, you know, $10 is 100 ped. So, you know, that goes for about $15 in US dollars right now, give or take a little bit on the markup each day. So my advice, my real advice when it comes to, you know, the making money in the game or playing the game is, if you're interested in playing this game, you don't necessarily have to deposit a lot of money, you know, to get your feet wet or anything like that to be able to play and decide if you like it. But I would highly recommend on the Entropia Universe web store, they have starter packs. You can get the bronze starter pack, which will set you back $5 US. What do you get in it? You get a decent gun, you get a set of armor, you get some ammunition, and you know, that'll let you get in here and get your feet wet in the game and see if it's something you're going to enjoy, and then you can decide from there exactly what you want to do. So yeah, definitely consider spending $5 if this is a game that you're interested in, because it's, you know, it's silly in this day and age to try and start this game from absolute nothing. And that's kind of, you know, that's kind of my thoughts on starting out in the game, just for the simple fact of, like I said, the economy has shifted so much from the early days of the game. So making, you know, coming in and starting with zilch nada is incredibly hard, incredibly boring, and will totally, in my opinion, I already did it. I did this. Maybe I clicked the wrong button. I probably clicked the wrong button. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll give you the, you know, give you the kind of a bad impression if you try to do that. Spend $5, see if you like the game. If you don't, you're out $5. You know, take it from there. My other really important tip that I would give to anyone is Entropia can be very confusing on what you want to do and how to go about it. They have a mentoring program in the game. Other players can, you know, you can become a mentor, and they are supposed to be able to answer your questions, help you decide, you know, what you're doing, how to go about it, and give you a general advice, so you know, you're not completely lost. It is very important, I would say. Excuse me. It's very important if you decide to try this game, and you say you buy the starter pack, you mess around for a few days and decide, you know what, I like this game. I think I want to learn more, and I think I want to give it a fair try. Get yourself a mentor. Very important. And the mentoring program after you graduate, because you have some graduation requirements. I can go into those in a completely different video and talk about, you know, some ways to deal with that. But, you know, definitely track yourself down a mentor. There's actually a button you can press to pull up your mentor, or, you know, the mentor register, which will list, you know, basically all the mentors that have, or all the players that have decided they want to take on disciples and be a mentor in the game. So very easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You can look in the key configs for that, or like I said, I might make a completely separate video talking about how, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you wanted me to shoot you, but I will happily comply. You know, I might make another video talking about the mentoring program in general, but definitely look for a mentor. And if you're asked to join a society in this game is essentially what a guild or a clan is in, you know, other games. I wouldn't do that quite as soon as you jump into the game, because there are some people out there, and not very many, but there are some that will try to recruit you just to make profit off you. They recruit noobs, and they kind of exploit them a little bit, which also, you know, leaves people thinking, oh, this game is crap and not good, and I'm overwhelmed with birds attacking me, which is horrible. No, but you know, it will leave a sour taste in people's mouths, and they might not stick around because of that bad experience. So my recommendation is, you know, find a mentor again, and then talk to them about their society that they're in. And, you know, if you decide you like them and their society sounds good, join their society. I mean, there's no reason that you can't just change societies later on down the road, but you know, you want a group of people to support you and help answer questions, because, you know, there's times that your mentor may not be on. And that also leaves me to the rookie chat. Rookie chat is, well, it's players helping players, and trolling. Lots of trolling and silly stuff goes on in here. So, you know, it's totally kind of pay attention to rookie chat, and don't be afraid to just jump in there and ask questions about things, because, you know, it is a great resource for players. So let's see, what is, I have it on 3, right? Yeah. So yeah, hop in there. By the way, guys, if you do decide to join this game and you are looking for a society, I really actually kind of recommend the one I'm in. They are, I didn't start it, I'm just, you know, Joe Schmo in the society, but they are a good group of players. All of them are pretty much brand new. I'm really, you know, I think I'm the with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 other people, I think I actually have the most experience in the game out of my society. But they're all very intelligent. They all do the research, and they could answer questions. So if you're looking for society and you decide to join this game, look for the New Age Society. That is the name of the society I'm in. If I'm on, I'll be more than happy to answer questions. And by the way, my name in game for once is not Neo Cryptor. It is Tenchi Conspiracy Akuma. Long story behind that. Not going to go into it, but, you know, for once, I'm not Neo. But yeah, if I'm on, you know, look me up, and I'll be happy to answer questions for you too. So yeah, overall, I really enjoy Entropia Universe. I always have. I take long breaks from it because you guys, you know, I'm a po' boy. I can't afford to play this game a lot. But I do like it very much, and I always come back to it. Most of the community is wonderful. It's kind of got a smaller player base because, well, it is very old, and in this day and age, not a lot of people know about. There's multiple planets to go to. Each planet kind of has its own unique story and theme. Though the story doesn't, if you're not paying attention, the story will not present itself to you very easily. I will say, though, if you're going to play the game, you can start out on any planet just by visiting that planet's forums and signing up for an account there before you make your Entropia Universe account. Starting planets I would recommend are Calypso, which is the oldest by far and the largest populated planet. So, you know, there's always players there. Second would be probably Arcadia. Their new user experience, I feel, is a little bit better streamlined than the one on Calypso. And honestly, it's probably my favorite planet. I spend a lot of time on Arcadia. Beyond that, there's also Mornia. Mornia is like technically a moon of Calypso, but they're their own world and have their own starting planet. It's actually kind of cool. It's themed around all the stories of H.P. Lovecraft, so it's kind of a neat experience. But they also have some really amazing player perks for new players, which I might go into in another video because it's a lot, but the support team and the player base themselves offer some amazing perks to those players. So each planet is technically owned by a different individual or company, and you heard me right, individual. There's one individual in this game that got so heavily invested, loved it so much, and was making enough money from the game, because you do have potential of actually making real money in the game. You can withdraw your ped once you have enough, $100 for the ped, so 1,000. They allow you to actually start withdrawing real cash from the game. So a real, there's this player, John, I think it's John Never Die Jacobs is the player's name, character name. Never Die is what we all call him in game. He, started out, he ended up buying an asteroid that's in orbit around Calypso, and then eventually moved on to buy his own world, his own planet called Rocktopia. Rocktopia is probably the third or fourth most populated. That being said, the population when you go there feels extremely dead nowadays, but it's really cool because it is themed around good old rock and roll, man. You can go to Motorhead Castle. That's right, Motorhead. Lemmy, before he passed away, years before he passed away, he I don't know if Never Die approached them or if he approached Never Die or whatever, but they built Motorhead Castle in the game. Really cool area to totally explore and hang out. And also Rocktopia is the only planet that has its own built-in radio station. Obviously they're playing rock, so that's a thing. But so yeah, like I said, I would recommend either Calypso, Arcadia, or Mornia in that order for the planet that you want to start on. Overall, it is a wonderful game, and if you're looking for something different, unique, and that is been around for a long time, so it's not just going to disappear overnight, check it out. Totally check it out. This is not a sponsored video. MindArc has absolutely no freaking idea who I am. MindArc being the parent company of the game. So just thought I'd throw that in there. I will be streaming this game also at probably quite a bit on Twitch. I really enjoyed streaming. I streamed a few nights ago, and I had an amazing time streaming. I loved it. So if I'm on and I'm streaming Entropia, feel free to pop by my Twitch and ask me anything, guys. If I don't know the answer to it, I probably will know someone to ask for you, or there might be somebody hanging out in my chat that knows the answer. So something to think about there. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap up this video, man. It was one long solid talk and take on things, something I usually don't do. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video and if you'd like to know a little bit more about Entropia, let me know in the comments down below, and subscribe if you're new, like the video, all that happy jazz that comes along with the YouTubes. So yeah, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, this is Neo, and I'll see you in game. Bye. Die, you overgrown weed. Oh, I'm gonna kill some more of these guys. Oh yeah.